The FDA may officially grant emergency use authorization to Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine as early as today. The vaccine requires only one dose. Madeline Rivera reports.
We do have a favorable vote.
The U.S. is poised to get its third COVID-19 vaccine after an independent FDA advisory committee voted to greenlight Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine. That paves the way for the FDA to grant emergency use authorization.
There is a shortage of vaccines that are currently authorized, and I think authorization of this vaccine will help meet the needs at the moment.
The FDA confirms that J&J's vaccine is slightly less effective than the Moderna and Pfizer shots overall, but showed 85% efficacy against severe illness and complete protection against COVID-19 deaths 28 days after getting the shot.
It is well tolerated and safe. We enrolled more than 19,000 participants in the U.S., paid particular attention to include a diverse population.
It also has advantages the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines do not. It can be stored at normal refrigeration temperatures and requires only one dose.
It can lead to the ability to reach both individual and herd immunity more quickly. Essentially, it simplifies the process.
The Johnson & Johnson shot was tested in part in South Africa while variants of the virus were spreading. Moderna announced this week it is preparing clinical trials for a booster shot for the South Africa variant. Johnson & Johnson says it expects to provide 20 million doses by the end of March. Madeline Rivera, CBS News, Silver Spring, Maryland.
If approved, the vaccine could be headed to the states as early as next week. Side effects for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine include fever, fatigue, and headaches similar to the coronavirus vaccines.